Blog Talk Radio.
10 years ago, a crack commando unit was sent to prison by a military court for a crime they didn't commit. These men promptly escaped from maximum security stockade to the Los Angeles underground. Today, still wanted by the government, they survive as soldiers of fortune. If you have a problem, if no one else can help, and if you can find them, maybe you can hire
LCS Hockey. And we're off. It's the show that steals material from Gravity Denied. It's the LCS Hockey Radio Show. Brought to you as always by Honest John Churchfield and by the #1 hockey site in all the land, LCSHockey.com. LCS, better than any podcast from Boston. All right. In a recent fax on the behalf of Patrick McDermott, ex-lover of Olivia Newton-John, and who was believed to have perished on a fishing trip in 2005, states in the fax that he is indeed alive and well and just wanted to start his life anew. Some people believe that mounting debts may have been the cause for the faking of his death, but investigators are going a different route after a quote from the fax read, "If I had to hear Xanadu one more time, I was going to kill myself." Nothing? No hey-yo? Come on, Jim. Give me a hey-yo.
Hey-yo.
Thank you. All right. At the Teen Choice Awards the other night, comedian Dane Cook made a joke over the new set of naked photographs of High School Musical star Vanessa Hudgens, which Fox executives have decided to cut from the broadcast. Cook stated, quote, "Girl, you got to keep your clothes on. Phones are for phone calls." The jokes weren't cut for being too racy, but rather unfunny. Like, all right. Yeah.
Do you think any jokes will be cut from tonight's monologue?
I hope all jokes are cut from tonight's monologue. All right, here we go. Here's another one that should be cut. Eunice Kennedy Shriver, sister to JFK and mother to Maria Shriver, passed away yesterday at the age of 88. California Governor Arnold Schwarzenegger had this to say about his mother-in-law: "She won't be back."
Hey, that's pretty good.
All right. Hey-o. Thank you, Jim Iovino. And finally here, Octomom Nadia Sulman reportedly entered a hospital in Los Angeles Tuesday to have a surgical procedure. Sources aren't certain what type of procedure she was having, but Nadia's mother, Octo Grandmom, who is watching her 14 children during the process, is hoping that she's having her vagina sewn shut.
Hey-o.
All right, then. All right, anyway, we're back tonight, and seriously, like that Dane Cook, he's just not funny. That's all. That's all I was trying to say in that joke there, Mike Dell. I hate Dane Cook. All right. Anyways, we're going to talk to our #1 fan tonight, the Ryan. The Ryan, he was able to attend Sidney Crosby's little hometown parade the other day up in Nova Scotia, so we'll hear about that. I'm sure the Ed will be here later on. Mike Dell, maybe you're going to talk to his conspiracies later. And in the meantime, TV, the video games, fantasy football, the usual winging it. So let's get it over with. Joining me as always is the editor-in-chief at LCS Hockey, the Attack site, and a man that once beat up a cabbie over 10 cents. It's the very busy Mike Dell.
Jerry Parrish. Wow,
what's up, buddy?
Hey, I should mention that cousin Brandon may be joining us in the second hour.
Oh.
Talk some Mad Men.
Wow.
Mad Men. Yeah.
Wow.
'Cause I just started watching it recently, and it is dynamite.
Is it really?
Oh, it's so good. Yeah.
See, I want to watch it, but I just feel like I'm so far out of it now that I'll never catch up.
Yeah, well, here's the thing. I missed all of season 1, but the wife and I started watching the season 2 on demand on Comcast. They have all season 2 for free there. Mm-hmm. And we just ripped through them there. We watched about 7 or 8 in one day.
Wow.
Like right in a row. We just had a marathon.
This is what you're very busy doing.
Yeah, that's right. Don't judge.
Yeah, I won't.
It's a good time. Yeah, so maybe Brandon will be here a little later. Maybe he won't. Who can tell?
Yeah, who cares? We got Jim Iovino though.
That's right, Jim Iovino. What's going on?
Hey guys. Hey. Good
you
job
weren't
with the
here
monologue here. Good job.
Yeah.
Thanks, Jim Iovino. Hey-o.
Larry.
Now, Jim Iovino, you were not here last week, correct?
I was not. Anything exciting happened while I was gone?
No.
Yeah. We talked about Space Monkeys.
Ooh.
Yeah, we had a guy come on and talk about Space Monkeys.
Wow. Not that guy from this show that we tried to get.
You mean Zippy?
No. What was that show we tried to,
you know, that Penn State show.
Yeah.
State. Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are ghosts, not Space Monkeys.
Oh.
Yeah, Space Monkeys are aliens, Jim.
Well,
Yeah.
Space Monkey.
Anyway. All right, is our guest here yet?
Yeah.
Oh.
Let's bring him on.
Bring him on.
Calling from Nova Scotia. The Ryan, are you there, buddy?
Hey, first-time listener, long-time caller.
Nice.
What's up there, Ryan?
How are you guys?
He comes with
Pretty
a
good.
tingle.
Pretty good.
Hey-o.
Now, you sent me an email earlier this week saying, hey, I was at the big Stanley Cup, Sidney Crosby Stanley Cup parade, and I was going to link to the pictures you had there on the LCS hockey, but I figured, I'm not updating the site anymore, so who cares? I said, just call the show. It'll be much easier. And, so you're kind enough to call the show. So tell everybody all about it. Sidney Crosby, Day with the Stanley Cup. He brought it to, where did he bring it to? His hometown, right?
Cole Harbor, in Halifax.
Yeah.
Now, how far is that from where you live?
About an hour.
About an hour? A boot?
Yeah.
Yep. An hour. Okay. So you made the trek down?
Yeah, and I heard talk that it was one of the biggest Stanley Cup celebrations ever seen, ever witnessed. The guy who carries the cup around, you know, that dude with the white gloves, he said it was something to behold. He's never seen anything like it.
Yeah, I heard they said around maybe 75,000 were there.
Wow.
Really?
It was, some people lined up like the night before, but I didn't do that.
No, let's hope not.
But I got to, is right about where the stage was, well, near the end of the parade route, about 4 hours early, and there were still a lot of people there before that. And good day, and he went, Max Talbot was there with the Prince of Wales trophy.
Well, it's nice they gave him a trophy to carry.
Yeah, well, you know.
But I saw a picture of Crosby. Didn't he fly in a military helicopter? And he kind of looked like Mike Dukakis in the tank.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah, that's we actually saw the helicopter fly by, and you could see very briefly the Stanley Cup was in the Bay Area, so you could see it from the ground.
Yeah, Crosby had this enormous helmet on.
Yeah.
Now I want to know, did you know before you went down that Max Talbot was also going to be there?
No.
Wow, surprise guest.
Yes.
Now, did he come? He didn't come in the helicopter. They just shuttle him over in a cab.
I think he did, because I watched a clip on NHL.com or something, and I think I saw him standing with Crosby before they were getting on the helicopter.
Oh, okay.
So I'm almost thinking he was on it too.
Now,
what?
I saw some pictures. You put some pictures up on the Facebook, and it looked like you were literally like 6 inches away from Max Talbot.
Yeah, he signed my shirt.
Now, at any point did you go, choo, chicka, chicka, choo, choo?
I thought about it.
Uh-huh. Yeah. That would be the first thing I would do to Max Talbot. No doubt.
Yeah.
Now, were there alcoholic beverages?
What?
Were there alcoholic beverages?
No. Well, no. We'll say. I had a 3-year-old with me, so.
Oh, that's tough.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, that's tough. That makes it tough. That makes it rough.
Now, you said Talbot signed your shirt. Now, weren't you wearing a special shirt for the stage?
And I had like I say, I had no idea he was going to be there, and I had the one with him going, at the fight there with the Flyers.
Yeah.
Game 6.
Yeah.
Hello.
And, he signed that. He said it was his favorite shirt, so.
Nice.
That was pretty cool. But there was no getting close to Crosby. That was pretty much impossible. It was pretty close when he went behind the parade, but they drew 87 names to get your picture taken with him in the cup.
Huh.
And, well, obviously the odds weren't good.
Yeah.
But it was pretty good day, and like I say, seeing the Cup again was pretty cool. I had my picture with it a couple of years ago, and seeing it again was pretty neat.
No, you know you're not supposed to touch the Cup till you win it.
Well, you know,
You
my career's getting short now, so.
Yeah, I guess. Getting up there in age.
But it was pretty cool. Well worth going, that's for sure.
Now, the thing I want to ask you about, because in the email you sent me, you mentioned a little story there about Max Talbot. People were asking him questions. Why don't you relate that to the people?
Yes. They had this thing where fans could ask questions, and one of the questions was, who do they think would be the next person to score 50 goals in 50 games? And Talbot said, well, it won't be Crosby unless he curves a stick.
That's right.
And I thought of you when I read that.
That's right. It's about time someone had the guts to say it besides me.
So maybe they're listening to your show.
Yeah, I find that hard to believe.
So. Nah.
But yeah, curve your damn stick, Sid. Curve your stick.
It'll never happen, though.
Ugh. Oh, it's just terrible.
Yeah, but it might hurt him in other aspects of the game, though.
A little curve's not going to kill him. Curve the stick. It'll make a huge difference.
All right.
So take that, Jim Iovino. Now what?
Yeah, Jim Iovino.
Yeah. Oh, and Larry, you'll like this. Tonight I watched Harold and Kumar Escape from Guantanamo Bay.
Oh, my God.
Was this the first time you saw it?
Yeah.
And what'd you think?
Nah. It was all right.
Now, were you a fan of the White Castle movie?
Yeah.
Big fan?
I liked it when I watched it, but it's been a while now, so.
And why didn't you like the Guantanamo Bay as much?
I did. Just after hearing you talk about it, I expected so much more out of it.
Well, do you smoke the what I like to call the shampoo?
That probably takes away from it, I guess.
Well, I don't do that either, but I'm sure it doesn't. It doesn't hurt it. It definitely doesn't hurt it. That's all. That's what sources say. Sources tell me that. Yeah.
But I mean, after the bottomless party, it was. I mean, that was the highlight, of course.
Yeah. That was a good. Yeah, that was a good scene. Definitely a good scene there. And what about Big Bob? That's a good scene with Big Bob.
Well, yeah.
Oh, I like Kumar's face. Yeah, or Harold's face rather. Yeah. So you watched Harold and Kumar tonight.
Yeah.
And did you work today, or do you work evenings, or how does that work?
No, I work days.
Okay, so you went to work today then?
Yeah.
And you've been drinking all day, is what you said? You said you're drunk right now?
No.
Oh, I thought you said that. Oh, okay, never mind.
No.
My mistake. Fair enough.
Well, Ryan, what was the big lasting memory from the Stanley Cup parade with Kid Crosby? What was the one thing you cherished forever?
I would have to say getting Talbot to sign my shirt.
Yeah,
I know that's kind of bad at Crosby's parade, but that was, like I said, I couldn't get that close to Crosby or anything, so.
Now, has Talbot already had his day with the Cup?
Yeah, I think he had it a week or so ago. Yes, because they showed pictures he couldn't lift because of his shoulder surgery.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, he did have shoulder surgery.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, was Sid at Talbot's day with the Cup?
I don't think so.
I doubt it.
Interesting.
I really doubt it. Like, what do you think Sid does all summer?
Maybe the real question is, who does Sid do all summer?
Yeah, exactly. He's banging models and that sort of thing.
He's a
You think? I don't know.
Getting ready to go to the Olympic trio camp.
Hey, as long as he's not beating up cab drivers, what do we care?
Yeah.
That is true. Yeah.
Well, it is recession and all.
Yeah,
20 cents is 20 cents.
Now, Jim Iovino, you're our ace reporter. What's the latest on the big Patrick Kane beating up the cabbie story?
Well, I mean, there's not much news to it right now. They're just going through the legal process, as they say, and people are making T-shirts. So,
Yeah. Did you hear, though, the cabbie, I guess, doesn't even have a driver's license right now? They're saying all this kind of stuff?
Yeah, what cabbie has a driver's license?
And he's willing to settle for an undisclosed amount?
Oh, that is shocking. I'm stunned at that.
Kind of sounds like the girl with Ben Roethlisberger.
Yeah.
That is true. Now, Ryan, are you ready for the big fantasy football league?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And I saw... I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead.
No, I'll be winging my picks. Probably
Yeah.
a bunch of guys on IR like I did in the baseball one.
Yeah. That's what Mike Dell does.
Yeah.
But I saw the Ed put you into his big championship belt
I saw that.
gambling competition. Yeah.
So that'll be another game I can do semi-par at.
Yes, I'm in that as well, and I'm looking to finish 16th. I'm not good with gambling. I never gamble, but I figured I'll get in. What the hell?
Well, maybe you could win a pink shirt or something out of it.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. Yeah, I never got my Ed shirt yet there, by the way, Mike Dell.
Yeah, well, you're supposed to pick it up. You know, I still have it here. But,
Maybe we can get Jim Iovino to bring it from your house to my house.
That would be nice.
Yeah.
Now, hey there, Ryan, another hockey-related story I saw on our... Well, I should mention, we're going to try and get our buddy Greg Wyshynski on the show tonight from the Puck Daddy, but apparently he's on vacation. And our pal Sean Leahy is manning down the Puck Daddy there. He's holding down the whole operation while Wyshynski's away. So go over to the Puck... Yeah, go over to the Puck Daddy and read about Sean Leahy there. But one of the stories Leahy had over on the Puck Daddy this week was that the ratings for NHL 2010 there, EA or whatever it is, the ratings leaked. Did you see that, Jim Iovino?
I did not see that yet today. We didn't do the ratings this year. So
Yeah, the story was a couple days ago on there. But, yeah, we used to do player ratings for video games back in the day. But then the economy tanked and they quit hiring us. But apparently Crosby is the #1 rated player in the league.
That
I think
sounds
he's
about
rated
right.
94 maybe, and Ovechkin's 92 or 93, something like that. And Malkin's right in there too, 92, 93, something. But Crosby's 94.
Huh.
Yeah.
That sounds right.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, some of the ratings, though, when you break down the individual ratings, they're kind of, I don't know, a little odd. And I wish I could tell you what they are, but I forgot to look them up.
What did Kyle Quincy get?
Yeah, see, that's a very good question.
Yeah.
I didn't look at that.
Is Cabbie Beatdown one of the categories that they rate?
No, I don't think so. But, like, Ovechkin, his wrist shot power, they had him at, like, 92 or something low. Like, wouldn't Ovechkin have the hardest wrist shot in hockey?
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be 99. But then for, like, Crosby, acceleration, he was at, like, 92 or something. So I don't know of anyone who gets, faster than Sid Crosby from a stop, I don't know. But there's all kind of little, like Ovechkin, his defensive awareness was like 80-something.
What Host's choking ability?
Oh, that's 99.
Makes sense.
Yeah, pretty good.
I don't know if you guys saw it as well, but NHL Fan House, they have their top 50 player ratings out already. And Malkin is number 1.
Because...
Yeah. Malkin's number 1, Ovechkin's number 2, Crosby's number 3. So.
But
really,
who in the blue hell is NHL Fan House?
AOL Fan House. They have a little blog there.
It means nothing.
Basically, they have everything that Wyshynski and Puck Daddy has like a day later. But
well, very good. They should be proud.
Yeah.
I know one thing, for Wyshynski being on vacation, he's sure not scared to update his Facebook every couple of minutes.
Yeah, he's doing it before Leahy. How's that?
Yes.
Like,
Yeah,
he writes the stuff, but Wyshynski's got it out there first.
Huh.
Yeah, he's not
Maybe
too
there's a
busy to do
conspiracy
that.
afoot.
Yeah, you should look into it, Mike Dell.
I don't know.
You can't handle the truth.
That's right.
And here's another good thing. The Ross McKeon power rankings are out.
Okay.
And number 1, the Pittsburgh Penguins.
Oh, nice.
Number 2, Chicago Blackhawks.
Really?
Number 3, Boston Bruins.
Not the
4,
Bruins.
Vancouver Canucks.
What?
5, Flyers.
Wait a minute. Stop the press. Is Vancouver number 4?
Yeah.
Who canceled?
And he's saying your early Calder Trophy candidate for the Vancouver Canucks, Cody Hodgson.
Well, yeah, you better be like a Calder Trophy candidate. You're going to be the 4th best team in the league.
Yeah.
There you go.
And we got to get Ross McKeon. For people who aren't aware of this, Ross McKeon and LCS hockey were in a blood feud, right, Larry?
Absolutely. I will punch that guy right in his big fat face.
So maybe we should try and get Ross McKeon on the show.
Dude, with a lot of guys.
Yeah, we could do a lot of stuff. We don't.
That other guy there, who his rumors are always wrong. Forget his name now.
Eklund.
That's it.
Yeah, he's another arch nemesis of ours.
I don't know if we ever talked about this on the show, but there's a website, HockeyBuzzHogwash, I think it is, .com, and they tracked all of Eklund's predictions for either a 1 year span or a 2 year span, and they found that he was correct 3% of the time.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's not bad. That's 6 proof.
That's right.
Does he say book it after any of his...
No, he doesn't. I think that's his flaw.
Yeah.
He doesn't say the book it. And by the way, while we're talking about the NHL video games there, the wife has a young cousin here, and his name is, oddly enough, Brandon. So I have
odd?
Brandon. Yeah, so, but a couple weeks ago, he came over to visit there, and he had his Xbox with him and stuff, and he's a big hockey guy, so he had the last year's hockey game. And so I played it there, and as nice as it is to look at, it still sucks. You know, I don't know.
Why does it suck?
Because it has the same flaw that all the old video games, that every video game has had since NHL '95, basically. The skating is not anything even remotely close to skating. It all just seems like the guys are on glass or something. Like they just slide. You turn around and the guys move about, I don't know, 12 feet. You know what I mean? Like they don't just, it's like there's no actual skating, like you don't have to actually hit the ice and push. You know what I mean, Jim Iovino, right?
Yeah, there's no like friction. You can't feel.
Yeah, there's no, friction. Resistance would be another one. Yeah, there's just nothing there. It's just like they're floating out there. Like you literally try and turn around with your guy, and he just does a huge loop, or he just cuts side to side with like no problem whatsoever. Not realistic at all. And that's, at least in the early games on Genesis there, the original NHL up to NHL 94, there's always a little bit of a lag to the guys. Like you couldn't just change directions at will. Basically, when you press left, the first thing to move would be the puck, and then your guy would move left like a split second later. At least it felt more like skating. Now they just dart all over the place.
Yeah, but you know where they have improved on the game is every time you come out from behind the net and do a wraparound, it doesn't go in.
Calm yourself.
Yeah, just like on NHL 94. Jeremy Roenick, you come around the net.
What?
Yeah, face-off circle, gone. It's in. Far side, it's in every time.
Well, I think that's more NHL 93. Because 94, you could actually control the goalie, if you're a man.
Oh, forget that.
What are you talking
Forget controlling the goalie. I mean, one little bump and you're all the way up into the third row of the crowd.
Maybe if you suck. But,
yeah.
For actual pros like myself, no problems.
Are you still taking on challengers in that, Mike, though?
No. A couple years ago, we found that you could play NHL 94 online over the internet there, using some little emulator program on your computer machine. And I was taking on, we had a little tournament with about, 6 to 8, 12 people or something signed up for it. And we just played a little tournament there. And it's okay, but depending on your connection, it would be choppy, and sometimes you'd feel like you're skating in mud and the other team's like zipping all over the ice. But it was still pretty cool just playing NHL 94 again,
I guess.
Yeah, Larry didn't fare so well in the tournament.
No, I don't even remember who I played. I think somebody from like Finland or something.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I lost. Hey, the Ed's here.
Oh, hey, the Ryan, you want to stick around and talk to the Ed?
Yeah, for a couple minutes.
Yeah, bring him on, Larry.
Ed! What's up, man?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Hey, the Ed. Hey, guess who's on the phone with us right now? It's our buddy, the Ryan.
Ryan on the phone? He's supposed to be coming to Las Vegas.
That's in another month.
Why are you laughing at that, the Ed?
Yeah, he'll be coming all the way from another country.
Yeah.
He gotta get the, man, don't be bringing no spine food over here, man.
The Ed, are you speaking to us from a glass booth of some sort?
You'll find out in a minute.
Yeah, your phone sounds very, I don't know, like you're underwater or something.
Muffled.
Yeah, I was in the toilet. Now I just flushed it. I'm making it go around. I'm making it.
All right, well.
I was on hold so long I had to do the number 2.
Oh.
Yeah.
30 seconds.
You ever did the number 2? You ever did the number 3?
No, I can't say I have. But
That's when you and Cooper at the same time and go everywhere.
Oh, all right, very well. But I think the phone still doesn't sound that good, the Ed.
She'll find your ears messed up.
I don't know, because we've been having complaints, right, Larry, that people have trouble hearing the Ed sometimes.
Yeah, I was complaining.
Oh, maybe that's who it was. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, because
hold on, I'm gonna hang up and call right back.
All right. All right, there goes the Ed. So the Ryan, you're going to Vegas in a month.
Yeah. September 18th or something like that.
Wow, that's exciting.
Any
Yeah,
chance
with
you get a
Ed?
hooker?
Yeah.
Probably not.
All right.
Now, is this a family vacation or how
Oh,
you
no.
doing it? Just
Friend
you?
of mine are going, yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
How'd you? No, you're married, right?
Yep.
How'd you talk the wife into this?
She doesn't want to go there.
Ah.
And I
Oh,
think
that's
so.
nice.
works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Eddie, Ed's back.
Okay. There he is.
Ed,
Yeah,
what's up?
that's better.
Not really.
No, I don't think so, actually. You just got cut off. Ed, are you still there?
I'm right here.
Okay, that's
All right.
better. Yeah, that's a little better.
Hey, the
you know
Ed-
what? I gotta get some Windex and clean out your ears, man.
All right, we'll try that. But so the Ryan's coming to Vegas in a month. You going to show him the town?
Yeah, we're going to get some hookers and all kinds of stuff, I think.
I
Yeah,
don't know
he
where
was
that
just
part.
saying he wants to get a hooker, and you'd probably be the guy to talk to.
I don't know.
All right.
I don't know. Hey, I heard you guys talking about playing in video games online. I remember back when I had my first video, Madden 76, and that game, man, we used to play that. Kind of have tournaments for that.
Oh, the Ed. I used to get the old Madden games on the Sega there, and you could use the old teams. And my favorite team to use was the 76 Raiders.
Yeah, that's Madden 76, yeah.
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 76.
They, you could make players that wasn't even on the game.
Oh,
You
that's
could
pretty
still
good.
do that.
Yeah.
You remember that? When you could punch in people's names and they wasn't even supposed to be on the game?
No.
Yeah, that was great.
I used to punch in all the people in my neighborhood and play them.
Yeah, we used to do that on the one hockey game. We put us all into the hockey game, and we'd play. It was great fun. Yeah.
But then sometimes you could punch in like NFL players that wasn't on the game and they'd be there.
Now, the Ed, if we were to put Ed Miller on a football game, what would be like your rating in speed?
1.
172 probably.
Oh, that's pretty good.
That's
Yeah.
very fast.
What would be your position? What position would you play, the Ed?
Oh, touchdown, man. I'd do it all.
Well, I don't know if that's a position. I mean,
I'd return the kicks, then I'd hike it to myself and run and go. And, I do it all, man. It don't matter.
I'd see you as kind of like a Gale Sayers kind of guy, running back, kick returns, punt returns, stuff like that.
Yeah, but a little bit better.
A little bit better? All right.
They, do you know there used to be a kid that I knew, actually it was a cousin of mine, and on one of them games, Madden like 93 or 94 maybe, something around that area, he could somehow make them do a double reverse on the kickoff, and you could not stop it.
Mm.
It was some code, yeah.
It's pretty good. You know what I like to do with the Madden? I used to like just to lateral the ball like a chimp. Do it every chance I could get.
Lateral to who?
Just anybody, random dudes behind me, just throw it to them. I don't care.
Man.
That was great.
I can remember staying up all night, man, at least till 11:30 at night playing that game, man.
Now, the Ryan, do you play the video games at all?
I used to play them a little bit. I haven't in a long time now.
Yeah, neither have I, so I'm not hip to all these new Madden games. The Ed, you got an Xbox, right, with the baby and stuff. Do you play the Madden?
Nah, the baby plays the problem. Yeah, he's at the door now. What do you want, little baby? You've got to tell me something. Hold on, it's very important.
All right.
What do you got to tell me? Huh? There's a secret box that you got. You got money in it? Give me some money. Can I get $100? Thank you.
Wow.
Good.
The
Thank
baby.
you. Where did you get Is that my $100? Wait a minute. How many 20s you got in your pocket? Hey, man, that's 4 $20 bills, man. What are you doing with those? Are those yours? Are those your money? Oh, all right, man. Take it easy. Nah. You got 4 $20 bills in your pocket. I got the $100 bill. You got $180 in your pocket. I don't know what you're doing with all that.
It's always depressing when babies have more money than me.
Yes. That's a lot of money.
This kid does it all, man. He's outside selling Legos, man, with a couple lemonade for like $4.
He's outside selling Legos.
Selling Legos. Yeah. Wow.
Well, Legos, man, people love the red Legos, man. They used to buy anything. Hey, guess what? I bought this football pack the other day. It's got Tom Brady in the New England Patriots throwback jersey, a Pittsburgh Steelers guy, number 7, and then Peyton Manning.
Well, I think that's Ben Roethlisberger, the end.
I don't have a name on it. No name player. No name.
Yeah, I think that's probably Ben Roethlisberger. Now, let me just check real quick. The Ryan, are you all right sitting in here, or do you have to go? Or
I'll stay a little bit
longer.
Hey,
the Ryan's not even thanking me for opening up the gambling competition and letting him be in it.
I did.
What
I posted on the board there.
It's not like I'm supposed to read the board every minute. Come on, maybe I got like a Palm Pilot.
Yeah, if you want to compete against the Ed to try and win his gambling belt that our buddy Joe has right now, go to damashek.com. Can people still sign up, the Ed?
No.
It's locked now. We got 16 people because we opened it up because AccuScore Zach told me that he called me on the telephone today, said he wanted to be in it. And we got one spot reserved for the Dave, so the next time I'm on the Dave show, I'm going to try to sucker him into playing because he sucks.
Yeah.
And we'll figure out what we're going to do.
Now, when you talked to AccuScore Zach, did he say why he didn't call your show last week?
Yeah, he said he forgot, and by the time he remembered, the show was over. And he said he will definitely be calling tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
Super deluxe, sorry.
Oh, well, that's all right then. He's super deluxe, sorry. Now, the Ed wanted me to try and book a guy, Larry, I think you know this man, Riley Martin.
Oh, yeah. You're getting Riley Martin on the show?
Well, he wanted me to try.
I don't know. I want to.
Yeah, he called me this morning. He's like, hey, number 19, get this Riley Martin kid. And I've never heard of him. I just know that you guys talked about him on your last show, the Ed, when Larry filled in for me. And so I went to the Riley Martin website and I sent him an email, and I told him, hey, the Ed's a big fan. Would you come on a show? And I haven't heard back from him yet. So I'll keep you posted, Ed.
Yeah. I hope he calls. I'm on his, because he got the Iovino. The aliens took him back in, like, I think 1953. They took him on a first trip to their mothership near Saturn.
Oh, that's nice.
And then they came back again when he was 18. And then it was on that trip, they put like some kind of strange headset on him. And then in a matter of seconds, it was downloaded into his brain. Yeah.
It's pretty good.
The Book of Tan he's got.
Yeah, the book, I saw that on his website.
Even on his website, they got I need to make me an Ed bobblehead doll. He got the Riley Martin bobblehead
Hey, that
doll.
would be nice, an Ed bobblehead doll.
Cool.
Yeah. Yeah, my old man, for his birthday a couple years back, the wife and I got him a bobblehead doll of himself.
Mine would be called a Bobble Ed doll.
Ah, pretty clever, the Ed.
You got to do that.
Yeah. A Bobble Ed doll.
Well, the Ed, how goes it with the Oreo eating? How's that turning out for you?
You know what? People are retarded, man. I wrote that I was done for the day, and everybody thinks I quit.
Yeah, I read that. They thought you quit.
How stupid are they?
Well, yeah, once again, you're trying to eat 10,000 Oreos by the end of the year.
Yeah, I'll do it. Ain't no problem. All you do is put them in your mouth and chew.
But the Ed, apparently you have a foxy new dentist, a lady dentist. And what did she think about you eating all the Oreos?
She told me to stop it. I told her what I was doing. She told me that's not healthy, and then if I kept doing it, I'd be in her office every week. She shouldn't have said that.
That's right. The Ed likes his new dentist. Yeah.
She shouldn't have said that. I was like, Jesus Christ. Man.
Yeah, for people who want to see a picture. Now, is that really your dentist? You had that picture you used in the Ed Times?
Woo.
Yeah, probably not. But if people want to read the story for themselves, go to the Ed Super Deluxe website.com and read the latest editions of the Ed Times.
Steph's not exactly her, but she looks super duper similar to that.
Yeah.
So the Ed, did you pitch a tent when you're there, or?
No, I didn't stay over. No.
That's good. But,
No,
yeah.
I mean, I would like to stay at her house one night, but I don't know if she'll let me.
Yeah, I'm going to say she probably won't.
24 years old, just finished being a dental. She's a hot piece of behind, I tell you.
That's pretty good, yeah. You're just going to walk into the waiting room with a big box of Oreos and eat them while you're there?
Oh, yeah. I don't even brush my teeth before I go see her.
Yeah. That's pretty good, yeah. Now, what else? So there's something else I want to ask you about. There's something else I want to ask you now. I can't think of it. Larry, anything you want to talk to the Ed about?
Well, what about the Franklin story, huh?
Oh, yeah.
That's a true story. Well, you know, all my stories are true, but that's really true.
Now, I'm sure Jim Iovino hasn't been reading the Times because, you know, he's a weasel. But so why don't you tell him?
He has not renewed his prescription. He did not renew his prescription.
Yeah.
He has been put on the banned list from the Ed Times.
Oh, nice.
That's not good. But why don't you tell him what happened to your buddy Franklin?
Yeah.
Well, last Sunday night, to make a short story long, listen, hold on. Last Sunday night, Franklin, he'd been working the graveyard shift over at the Buffalo Wild Wings. Well, he was going to go to California on Monday morning with his sister and his father and some other people, I guess, in a car, and they were going to drive up there. So he said on Sunday night he was going to put his clothes in a bag, take them up to the work so they could just pick him up and just take off, and he ain't got to come back home.
Yeah, that sounds reasonable, yeah.
He catches the bus at about 11 o'clock. He gets up there about 11:50 because he got to be at work at midnight. So the next morning, I wake up, I turn on Fox 5 News. I watch the news. I call Franklin up, and I say, hey, man, did you leave your bag on the bus last night? He said, yeah, man, how you know? He said, I call the bus people and, you know, tell them so I can get my clothes, man. I said, well, don't worry about it, man. They just had news on there that last night at 12:30 on your bus, the St. Rose and Eastern bus, at 12:30, a suspicious-looking package was found. The bomb squad was called in, and they blew up the package. Nothing but clothes in it.
That is unreal.
They blew up
Franklin's clothes. He thought I was lying. He turned on the news. He goes, I'll call you back. He called me back 20 minutes later because he saw they replayed it. And he goes, man, I ain't calling up the bus coming now. They'll make me pay for that bomb squad to get out there.
Yeah, that's right.
Yep.
So, yeah. Hey, you guys know that Kimbo Slice lost his second fight on the UFC Ultimate Fighter the other night?
No, this is a top secret story, Ed. This is inside information you got. You told me this the other day.
Yeah, he lost, man. He lost on his second fight. He won his first fight, lost his second one, so he ain't gonna be the Ultimate Fighter champ.
Yeah, because the new Ultimate Fighter doesn't start until when, Larry? September 19th or something like that?
I have no idea.
They said Rashard Evans, he don't even like the people on his team. He said they all bums, man. They don't even try.
Mm-hmm.
He said they suck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, Kimbo Slice getting out of the house. It's pretty good.
Yeah. I'll call you back in 2 minutes.
All right, Ed. There goes the Ed. All right, the Ryan, anything else you'd like to talk about?
I don't think so. I've been watching the Big Brother lately.
Yeah.
Oh, they have that in Canada. How about that?
Oh, yeah. That Ronnie's something else.
Yeah.
I love to hear when he tries to talk cool. He said his brothers from other mothers and...
Yeah, sisters from other misters.
Yeah.
Yeah. That kid's a geek. I'm glad he's out of there.
Yeah.
What do you think of this season, though? I mean, that Shima and that Russell, like, I thought they were gonna start swinging on each other the other day.
They almost have to keep them in the house just to keep that going.
I know. I hear you. Like they're weaning out all the controversy, and then it's just gonna be another boring season.
Yeah. I'm starting to find Jordan's starting to look better each week.
I hear you. I know what you're saying. Same with that Lydia.
That lady's just crazy.
Who?
Yeah.
Lydia.
Yeah, she is crazy.
Like literally crazy.
Like they're all crazy.
But she like sneaks into the one kid's room, the Jesse there, and she watches him sleep.
He didn't even do anything to him.
Yeah. It's a little weird.
That's fun, though.
Yeah,
fun.
yeah.
Reality stalking, Mike Dell. It's a whole new craze.
Yeah, good times.
Yeah, but
Almost as good as internet stalking.
Almost. It's not quite as good.
Speaking of which, where is Sean Leahy these days, Larry?
He's getting ready to go to St. Lucie or something like that. St.
Lucia.
There you go. Yeah, he's going there 4 days. He's counting it down. He can feel the sunburn already, he said. Hey, the Ed's back.
All right.
And the Ed's gone.
All right, fair enough. All right, Ryan. Well, thanks for calling the show. We really appreciate it. Thanks for telling us all about Kid Crosby and Max Talbot, and that's great.
I got one more thing to leave for you before I go.
Sure.
I was thinking who a good new spokesperson for Hair Club for Men would be.
Who?
Take a guess.
Tina Fey?
You got it.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. You're now banned. Your prescription is banned from the show.
Uh-oh.
You're no longer allowed on the show. All right, Ryan. Thanks, buddy.
All right. Talk to you later.
Ryan.
All right. Bye.
Loyal listener, and no, Larry. I've heard rumors that the Ryan writes some of those Tina Fey jokes that you use.
Yeah, he sends me material, and I use it. I was hoping for a little something today with the Dane Cook. I knew the Dane Cook was going to miss, but you know what? I said, screw it. I'm going for it anyways, and it missed.
Yeah.
Or as Dan Patrick used to like to say, the win. Yeah, the win.
Now, Jim Iovino, what would you like to talk about? We've got about 20 minutes here in this first hour, and
well,
of
the
course,
Ed's back.
Oh, the Ed's back.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah. The Ed.
Huh?
What's up?
Tina Fey's nipples are so small.
How small are they?
They're so small, when they go out to lunch, nobody notices.
I don't even know what that means.
I think we know what it means. He's saying she's got a beard, Mike Dell. That's what he's saying.
All right, the Ed. Very good. Now, what else is going on, the Ed? You got a big show tomorrow night, 10 o'clock Eastern Time on the Blog Talk.
Tina Fey's head's so big.
How big is it?
When she wears a hat, it looks like she got on a football helmet.
Again, I don't know what that means, but... All right, so tomorrow night, 10 o'clock, the Ed Show. You got Zach Rosenfield from AccuScore probably coming on.
Yeah, we starting the Monday show this week.
Well, we couldn't do it this week because Monday's already passed. Yeah, the Ed wants to do 2 shows a week now.
Oh, yeah,
no, starting next Monday, man. Starting next Monday. Larry's going to be filling in sometimes since everyone now ain't writing a book. He got a lot of stuff to do. Larry don't got nothing to do.
That's a lot of hours on the Blog Talk, the Ed.
You got 2 hours. I only got 1.
Yeah, but you're on our show for like an hour, and then you're on every other Blog Talk show on the network for like an hour.
I'm gonna calm down from calling everybody else's shows.
Oh, okay.
Why should I give everybody else ratings when I'm the hottest thing in America?
That's right. You are the hottest thing in America, the Ed. Well, all right, we could try it, I suppose.
All because of you guys. Just up until Monday Night Football, because Monday Night Football we don't want to do it, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, try it,
maybe,
man.
Yeah, maybe it'll be a lead-up to the football season. Well, hey, speaking of which, the Ed, did you watch that Hall of Fame game the other night?
Yeah.
What'd you think? What'd you think of those uniforms, huh?
I like when they do that, man. And just like I think baseball needs to wear the throwback jerseys and stuff. I hate when the baseball players wear the pants down past their shoes now. I mean, you're supposed to be able to see your stirrups, man. It's baseball.
That's right.
It's baseball.
But the Ed, how about T.O.? He looked pretty good, although I guess he sprained his toe. So he's all
right. He just don't want to play the second game. That's all right. He's a prima donna, man.
Yeah.
Hey, I wanted to pay the Ed a compliment today because I just had an opportunity to listen to the podcast when you were on the Dave last week when you beat him in sports trivia for like the 17th time in a row. And and you remember when Skyler was trying to feed him answers, and he's like, hey, the Ed, sing a song? And you just busted in, Dave is stupid, Dave is dumb. That was awesome. That was cracking up. That was hilarious stuff. That was great stuff, the Ed. I loved it.
Yeah. No one ever even mentions that it took him 46 minutes to give an answer.
I hear you. Yeah, he was cheating.
And for those who don't know, the Ed appears regularly on our buddy Dave Damashek's podcast, 710 ESPN.
Irregularly. I appear irregularly. Don't be talking about regularly. The guy's a bum. He calls me, oh, we're going to do a show. Oh, yeah, we're going to put you on. And then no call. Then I'll be in the middle of eating some barbecue ribs and got stuff all over my fingers and everything. He'll be like, hey, you want to do trivia? I'm like, yeah. And then everybody claims I'm cheating. I'm like, listen, man, how am I cheating? All these stupid, retarded people. Oh, Ed's cheating. We can hear your keyboard clicking. You know what? Somebody made a good observation about that situation. Because when I sit by my computer, there's that spot in the phone just drops, right?
That's right.
If I'm cheating, how come it ain't never ever dropped a call when I'm talking to the Dave?
That is a very good point. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, you and the Dave are battling out. You and the Dave are battling out in sports trivia, and you've beaten them 4 times in a row.
Yeah, because if I sit by that computer for 45 minutes straight, do you think my phone's going to drop at least once?
Yes.
I think it is, and it never has yet. And I'm not even home half the time that he calls me. Sometimes I'll be in the car.
That's right.
Yeah, one time I'm doing trivia. I'm in trivia walking around Walmart one time.
Yeah. And I don't think it's fair how he just calls you out of the blue when he knows he's studying. You
Yeah,
at home
I have no idea. Man. He called me at 2 o'clock, 4 o'clock. He called me one time 11:30 at night. Tom, are you ready for trivia?
That's not fair at all. Yeah.
No, I'm in there taking a bubble bath. I'm doing trivia.
Pretty good, yeah. So now, is he supposed to call you this week yet?
My toes are all soaked up. You ain't got to answer questions.
Yeah, so do you expect he'll call you this week, Ed?
Man, that guy's so scared. I would doubt if he calls, man.
Yeah, can you blame him, though? He probably is. You've beaten him, like I said, 4 in a row. I mean, he's got to be embarrassed and humiliated.
Then he always calls and acts like he's somebody different. And, man, you know, when you get a strange phone number, call me from a different number every time so I can't track him down no goddamn way. So I asked the phone, I'm like, hello. He told me he's from the goddamn Oreo company. Okay, well, it's not legitimate because Larry told me he already contacted him about a goddamn money pit for me. And I'm thinking, okay, well, I'm talking to the guy from Oreo. I'm about to give me some cash. Next thing I know, it's your buddy Dave. I'm like, well, that don't sound like a buddy.
Yeah, it's kind of cruel, actually.
Yeah, how does a buddy do that stuff? He's done it where he's called and said he's the Pope. I mean, Jesus Christ told me he was the fire marshal one time. I'm like, come on, man.
Well, the Ed, I remember last week on our show, somebody called in pretending to be a UFO expert.
You had a couple of those on last week. That was a good show. First guy was real.
Yeah, Jim Bugaboo or something. He was very good.
No, Joseph Bugaboo. I remember that guy, man.
Yeah, he was very good.
That guy had a lot of information for you, man.
Now, the Ed, what about the upcoming football season? Like I said, the preseason started there, and you told me something. I think it was just yesterday on the phone that you think the Pittsburgh Steelers are going to go undefeated.
Yeah, I can't believe it, man. I think they're going to go 19-0.
Oh no!
What?
Wow.
What? Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was crazy too, and then the Ed started reading me their schedule. Jim Iovino, have you
seen that goddamn schedule? Hold on, man. I got the schedule right here. Now,
it is shameful.
Listen. Okay, the first game at home against Tennessee. You're going to win at home, right?
Yeah. Yeah, Tennessee's, they're going to take a big step back. Yeah.
Okay, at Chicago. You think Chicago's going to score against Pittsburgh defense?
I think that's going to be a tough game, Ed. That's the one game I circled. I said that's going to be tough. No way.
Okay. At Cincinnati.
Yeah, it should be a win. Yeah.
At home against the Chargers. Now, that could be a tough game, but you never know. The Chargers suck at the beginning of the year all the time.
That is
true. With Norm Turner as the coach, okay? Then they go at Detroit.
Should be a win.
Then they got Cleveland at home.
Win.
Minnesota at home.
That could be tricky, but with Tavares Jackson quarterback.
Minnesota's not going to come outdoors in Pittsburgh and win.
And the one thing the Steelers do, no matter what, is they stop the run, you know?
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah, man, you know. But then they got an open date. Then they got at Denver.
That'll be a
win. They go yeah. Then they are home against Cincinnati.
Win.
At Kansas City.
Win.
Okay, this is the tough game. At Baltimore. That's the tough one right there.
Yep.
Then they got at home against Oakland. At Cleveland. At home against Green Bay. At home against Baltimore. And this is why they're going to go undefeated. Because the final game is at Miami.
Wow.
They'll be 15-0 going into that game at Miami. And they'll make a big to-do about it. The Steelers will beat them and go undefeated the rest of the goddamn way.
That is a shockingly weak schedule for a Super Bowl winner.
They got Cleveland twice, Cincy twice, Oakland, Denver, Chicago.
They play the AFC West.
Detroit.
And they play the NFC North.
Wow.
Two of the weakest conference divisions in the football.
Anything worse than 12-4 would be an absolute embarrassment. And I think 14-2 would be a good bet.
15-1. Anything less than 14-2, then you should get shot.
Yeah.
That's aggressive.
Yeah. No, I was watching the NFL Network today because I love the NFL Network. It's pretty much all, and all they had all day was like NFL top 10 shows where they count down the 10 best things. And they did the top 10 defenses in NFL history. Now, in your mind, Ed, what was the best defense in NFL history?
The best defense, the 85 Bears, man.
They ranked them second.
See, that's what I would have went with.
Where'd they put the steel curtain?
The steel curtain, because they said they did it over a longer period of time.
Well, that's but that's stupid because there wasn't free agency back then. If there was free agency back when the first time the Steelers did it, do you think L.C. Greenwood and Dwight White and all those guys would be together? No, somebody would pick one of those suckers off, man.
Good point, Ed. They had 4 Super Bowls to 1. They had 4 Hall of Famers. The Bears defense. I don't know how many did they have. Richard Dent and Singletary. Is that it?
But it's a different. It's just what you got, little baby. Hey, you got a birthday cake. Give me a piece of cake. What are you doing with a piece of cake? Give me some. Give me a bite.
No.
Give me.
The Ed, should you be eating cake? How many Oreos have you had today?
A bunch.
I think I read 34.
I ate 39 today. I had to look on my paper. Give me a piece of that cake, man.
Well, you don't eat cake. You had 39 Oreos.
Yeah, I didn't eat 39 pieces of cake.
Well, it balances out, Mike, though. Oreos and cake are two different things. Two different food groups.
And I haven't even had dinner yet.
What
are you going to have for dinner tonight, Ed?
Having chicken.
Very good.
Niggas love chicken.
Now, the Ed, the one team not on the countdown, the top 10 countdown, was Miami's no-name defense. They didn't even make the list.
Well, that's stupid. But I got a trivia question for you. Who's the last? He could be the only. Who's the last NFL player to wear his first name on the back of his jersey?
Ooh. Huh. An NFL player did it.
Yeah, an NFL player did it. Remember I used to tell you about the baseball guy who was Vida Blue?
That's right. You used to tell me that.
Okay, yeah. This other guy, man, put his first name on the back of his jersey.
And not his last name, just his first name?
Just his first name. And the reason why, I think, is because only his first name, because Jack Youngblood and Jim Youngblood, they used to put the whole goddamn thing on the back.
Yeah, Ricky Williams actually did that too one year.
Yeah, Ricky Williams did too. But this guy has his first name only on his jersey. Yeah, your pillows in your butt. Get out of here.
Well, that's a good question, Ed. How old are we talking? Is this like in the old days of the NFL?
Yeah, he's in the old days of the NFL. Because at first, he didn't do it on the team that he was known for because they didn't have names on the back of their jerseys. But when he got traded to San Diego later in his career, to finish out his career, the back of his jersey had his first name on it. is a Hall of Famer, played on him, is a Hall of Famer at his, probably the greatest player at his position.
Huh. Really?
Yeah. And when he left the team that he was on, he went to San Diego for, let's see real quick. See, plus if I'm on the internet, like I'm getting ready to get on the internet now, you guys can hear me doing this, right?
Yeah, see, right away when you say went to San Diego to finish his career, I think Johnny Unitas, right?
No, I knew you would think that, but you're a dummy.
Yeah.
So that's why.
Because I know you think that Peyton Manning is the best quarterback ever, so it couldn't have been Johnny Unitas.
Yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm. Not only was it his first name, it wasn't his first name, it was his nickname.
Oh, well, that helps a little bit. Oh, oh, shoot. Was it Deacon?
Deacon Jones, you got that right.
That's right. Bang, now what's up, the Ed?
Well, it only took 29 clues in a half hour.
Yeah, but the nickname helps. Yeah, Deacon Jones. Yeah, I didn't know Deacon Jones had the... hey, do you remember that episode of The Odd Couple when Deacon Jones was on? That was great.
I remember bits and pieces of it.
Yeah, Jack Klugman and Felix was shooting a commercial there. He's a photographer. He was doing a little ad with Deacon Jones and shaving cream.
Oh, I want to say, I want to give a happy birthday shout out to this lady who lived down the street from me.
Oh, okay.
Sharon Alcock.
All right. Happy birthday, Sharon.
Yeah, I told her I'd give her a shout out. Yeah.
Sharon Alcock.
Sure you will. All right, Ed. Well, anything else you'd like to tell the people?
Well, Deacon Jones was born in Eatonville, Florida, and lived in a 4-bedroom house with a family of 10. Jesus Christ.
Well, hey, that's another defense that wasn't on that countdown. They didn't have the fearsome foursome on there.
Oh, that's a crap thing then, man.
I know. And they had the Ravens listed at number 7. The 2001 Ravens there? Or 2000 Ravens? Whatever.
Who did this? Was this on the NFL Network?
Yeah, NFL Network, top 10.
Yeah, that's about the worst network you could probably
Isn't that Brian
watch.
Gumble on there?
But the Ravens defense has to be top 5, right, at least?
Well, how many Steelers defense do they have on there? Just
well, they just had the one
From
Steelers
one?
still curtain for all the years there. But, yeah, I was shocked that the Ravens were 7th. I was not. They had the Packers of the 60s ranked 3rd. And I think one of the Kansas City Chief defense is 4th.
Those guys are about the retardedest, most dumbest people I have ever seen. Can't believe that, man.
And then they were listing the best kickoff or punt return guys in the history of the NFL there. And they had Devin Hester at number 1, even though he's not even returning kicks anymore in Chicago. And they went ahead and listed him at number 1.
Well, I think you kind of got to.
Really? Over Gale Sayers and everybody?
Yeah, because the guy, man, was the guy for the time that he did it, did unbelievable things, man, you know. I mean, I got to put, who did you say?
Oh, well, Gale Sayers, Billy White Cheese Johnson.
Yeah, but they were good. They were good. But I'm telling you, Devin Hester changed. Teams had the game plan for it. You already have the game plan for Gale Sayers and Billy White Shoes Johnson. Billy White Shoes was famous for some dances. Now, Rick Upchurch, he was good, too, till they told him if he played again, he'd break his neck and he'd die.
Yeah, Rick Upchurch was ranked like 7th or 8th on the countdown, somewhere around, or 6th maybe.
He was great, too. Eddie Payton was a good kick and punt returner, too.
They had Eric Metcalf on there.
How about Dwight
Dante Hall was 10. Can't think.
I don't know.
I think Brian Mitchell was 2, because he has all the records, right?
Huh?
Because Brian Mitchell was like ranked number 2, because he has all like the career records for yardage and touchdowns and stuff. But
Larry, you said the X Factor Hall, right? Dante Hall, right?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, Dante Hall should be up there like number 3, probably number 2 and number 3.
He was number 10.
What about
10.
He Hate Me?
Desmond Howard was on there, but He Hate Me was not.
Oh.
Desmond Howard. And that's ridiculous for him to be the Super Bowl MVP.
Yeah, right. Super Bowl MVP.
That was dumb.
Hey, but maybe, this would be a good idea, Ed, though. Maybe on your Monday broadcast of your show, you can put together lists of your what you think that the best NFL dudes are. You know?
I'll do it.
Yeah, that might be good.
I always got lists, man. I got a list of lists.
Because somebody on the message boards over there at DamonScheck.com, they asked you if you could be any running back in the history of football, who would you be? And tell the people what you said.
Can't remember.
You said Eric Dickerson.
Oh, yeah, I would be Eric Dickerson. I'd be Bo Jackson, too.
Yeah.
I like to be Bo Jackson because he wear the goggles, man. I mean, Eric, that's
Eric Dickerson wore the goggles and the big horse collar and everything. Hey,
yeah,
what about my favorite guy, Earl Campbell? What about that, huh?
Yeah, I love him too. Those are my 3 favorite running backs. You named them all.
Yeah.
Listen to this. Can you name Eric Dickerson's running mate at SMU when he was
Craig James.
great runner? Yeah, you're right. Craig James was a white fella, was a good running back
right.
for a white guy. Yeah.
Pony Express, right? Isn't that what they call him?
Yeah. Who was the retarded kid that played running back for the Bears with jail fans? Remember his name?
The retarded kid? No.
Yeah, Brian Piccolo.
Well, he wasn't retarded yet.
Wait a minute. He wasn't retarded.
Yeah, he wasn't retarded. But...
Brian Fong. Come on.
Yeah, they made a song about him, Brian.
Yeah. Hey, the Ed Pedro Martinez is winning tonight for the Phillies. 12-1 now.
I can't believe. Yeah, man, and I told him to take the Cubs.
Oops.
He's got the bases loaded with no outs. Yeah. Pedro's not making it out of the 5th. So.
Oh, well.
Yeah, I said he'd only pitch 5 innings, and I said the Cubs will be able to hang with him because I said the Phillies ain't gonna score too many runs because they said Jeff Samardzija was pitching. I said, man, that's a Notre Dame kid. I guess Samardzija, man, he's done.
Yeah, he got blown up.
Yankees won again. The Red Sox ain't catching those kids, man. I'm so glad. I hate the Red Sox more than anything, man. Hey, man, those guys on the UMass Democek show did not believe me that the reason that the Boston Garden was closed was because it got foreclosed on, and they had to sell the parquet floor to help pay the payment.
Hey, remember that episode of Cheers where they were counting the bolts on the parquet floor? That was great.
I don't know. Yeah, man, they had to tear that old nasty building down, and you do the same thing to Fenway. I heard they on their final notice on Fenway that they got to foreclose.
Hey, Grady Little has let Pedro pitch the 5th, so here he goes. Ooh, base hit.
Yeah, he wants them to get the win.
Yeah, 2 more. 2 more runs are in against Pedro. Or no, just 1 scored. Wow. How about
Man,
that?
they got all them. Yeah, Phillies 12-1. Astros got 13 against the Marlins. Twins got 42 runs against the Royals.
Wow, that's a lot.
No, 7. Sorry, I was getting wrong.
Yeah. Easy mistake. All right, Ed. Well, thanks for calling, buddy. And your show tomorrow, 10 o'clock. Zach Rosenfield from AccuScore will probably be calling, so that'll be something.
Yeah, don't write nothing about him coming on, because then it jinxes it when you put a big goddamn ad and TV guide and then he didn't show up.
Hey, but Ed, did you see Zach? He started a Blog Talk Radio show.
Yeah, I know. He told me he wanted me to call it.
Yeah. See that we started it all, Larry. We started it all.
Yeah, you guys was the best, and then I perfected it, and then everybody else got to jump on the board.
That's right. I hear Jim Iovino is thinking about getting his own show.
Yeah.
I'm going to start a rumor.
All right.
Which I never do. I never do this. Now listen. I'm gonna say that Blog Talk Radio is gonna offer the Dave a lot of money, and he's gonna leave ESPN and come to Blog Talk.
Wow, that'd be nice. Blog Talk, getting the Dave to come on. I don't know, Ed. Blog Talk really doesn't pay anybody any money. I don't know.
They don't?
No. Because if they did, wouldn't you be the #1 star? Wouldn't you be getting paid?
Yeah, I'm supposed to, man, because, look, hey, man, that's one thing we got to talk about, too, man, this goddamn iTunes, man. I'm supposed to be getting paid,
Sorry,
man.
Yeah, I think we're out of time, buddy. I think we're out of time.
No,
Sorry.
listen. No.
Yeah, I think we're out. Sorry.
Hey, somebody just signed up for my Super Deluxe football game named McHale Clothesline. A lot of new people been signing up for this game, and a lot of people been saying, are these people real, or is it more than one person trying to get more than one entry?
Yeah, I think they're real people. Yeah, if you want to sign up for the Ed's football games, go to the edssuperdeluxewebsite.com or damashek.com. Jim Iovino, have you signed up?
No, sir.
This guy says, I've been listening to the Ed and LCS for a while and finally decided to sign up for the message board and games.
Let's see. There it is. There's proof. Bang.
And he's named McHale Clothesline. He's got a picture of Kevin McHale. Then some guy named P.T. Tash signed up.
Hey, but Ed, oddly enough, Kevin McHale was the guy counting the bolts on the parquet floor during that episode of Cheers.
He probably was out of work.
It all comes together. Yeah. All right, yeah. Hey, Larry, is Cousin Brandon? Did he call you?
No.
No, well, we got to talk about this iTunes, man. Where's my cash?
The Ed, we don't get any money through iTunes, buddy.
No. I've been watching CNN, man. iTunes charged 99 cents a download, and you told me I had 7,500 downloads last week.
Yeah,
where's my money?
That's not how it works, Ed. That's not how it works. Podcasts are free, buddy.
You sure you're just not living it up out there in Pittsburgh?
Let me look. Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
I think he was the Ed money.
I've been to his place. So they're not living it up.
No.
And how did it happen? Okay, but you just told me that Larry got a brand new house. How in the world did he get that on the salary that he makes delivering newspapers?
Now, wait a minute, Larry. Are you pocketing the iTunes money from me and the Ed?
No, I got 2 routes now.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what happened.
What, you got east side and west side of Pittsburgh now, the whole thing?
I got it all. I pedal my ass all over the place.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
That's a lot of work, man. That's a lot of work. I'm thinking about getting the baby a paper route.
Yeah, I'd like to do that.
But the baby got money. You don't even need it.
You guys watching this game here? Some guy just
the Philly Cup
beer.
here. It looks like there's a fight in the stands, right, Jim?
There's a guy threw a beer on top of...
Did they say a fight? A fight. A nigger and a white. A fight. A nigger and a white.
Oh, there was a high fly ball to center field, and someone threw a beer on Victorino.
Yeah.
It was a good shot. Real good shot.
Yeah.
Oh, Shane. Oh, is that Shane Victorino? He lives in Las Vegas, man. Wow, that guy's going straight to jail, man.
Did he throw it or he dropped it?
Nah, he threw it.
Yeah, he threw it.
I bet he smells just like beer.
Probably the Ed. Nice little science experiment you could find out, but yeah.
That guy, all right, who's worse, that guy or Steve Bartman?
That guy.
Yeah.
That guy.
Yeah, Steve Bart. Look, I saw a show about that Steve Bartman. He had it all planned out.
Oh, wow.
He knew that ball was going to come at that particular moment. He did.
Don't you think Bartman should have just turned heel? Like the next day, he should have shown up in Florida and like wearing a Marlins jersey. Like, yeah, suck it. You know.
Yeah, he should have. He should have been like, you know what, you mother suckers, DX, like DX on wrestling.
That's right, DX. That'd have been awesome. But no, he had to be a nice guy and cry about it and stuff. Like, man.
Hey man, Pedro Martinez pitching for the Phillies. Look at that.
Yeah.
Hey, Mike, we do have a call.
Ooh, we do have a call.
It's not Brandon. I think it might be Steve from Alabama.
All right.
Let's see. Hello?
Yeah, it's Steve.
What's up, man?
Steve? Well, just starting to head down the road and thought I'd call and listen.
Hey, Steve, I got a question for you, man.
Go ahead, Ed.
How many blow-up dolls have you torn up in your lifetime? I've done 6.
What kind of question is that, the end?
I've torn up 6 of them.
He's a nice guy calling our show, and then you ask him that kind of question.
Well, he's a Red Wings
Hey.
fan.
Oh, that is right, yeah.
Also, how many? 7?
4.
Oh, there you go. So if you have
How many?
younger,
4?
you win.
Yeah, 4. And, you know, speaking of that, you know, I sign up for his games, and then he makes me a 12-1 favorite.
Yeah, you're 12-1 underdog. You ain't going to win. You might as well not even play.
Man, I guess
yeah, go ahead, Steve.
I'm better than Larry, though, but you know, I just, being an SEC man, I figured I'd get a little more respect than that.
No, you're new to the game, man. You're new. You're the newbie. We gotta put you in your place, man, and you got to earn the place. I can't just put you right up on the top. You ain't showed me nothing.
Oh, okay.
Now, the Ed, who is the favorite? Right. Who is the favorite to win your gambling competition, the Ed? I'm guessing it's you, right?
No, I put Joe the favorite because he's got the belt.
Oh, well, that's nice of you.
He's 6-5. I'm 8-5. My Major Minority's 4-1. He bet $20 on himself, and Larry's 25-1, and he put $10 on Larry.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
I said that's a free $30 for me because I booked the bet.
Hey, one night.
Yes.
He says I hadn't proved myself, but he was the one saying, "Oh, nobody's gonna win that 13 game. Nobody's gonna win."
Right.
And a few days later, I won it.
That's right.
Man, that game was like a county fair game. Now we're talking about some real deal gambling, man. You want something that you could win over there when you milk a cow 2 times real fast.
I don't even know what that means.
We're talking about gambling.
Well, you know, I've probably lost as much on football games. Well, I doubt that, but lost as many bets on football games as you and everybody else has, haven't
I? No, you lost way more than me.
Okay.
But we'll find out. Hey, man, you may get the title belt, and if you do, don't stretch it.
That's right. Don't stretch it. Don't put it on the blow-up dolls.
Yeah, don't do that.
Hey, I got a question. How do they rank y'all's programs? Do they do it by just people listening on the computers, or call in, downloads? They put it all together, or just listen on the computer?
Now they do it by donations. Give us some cash.
Okay.
Yeah, they do it to the people who listen. And once again, the Ed is the #2 ranked comedy show, and we're the #1 ranked wine show.
Okay, so, but downloads don't count.
Yeah, downloads count.
Yeah, the downloads count. Yeah, that's how they do. You got to download the show, man. Even though you listen to it when you call in, still go on the computer and push the play button so it downloads it one time.
All right, about 5 or 6 times.
Well, yeah.
I think I only do it one time for each computer.
Okay. Well, just keep me on hold so I can listen.
All right, Steve. Thanks for calling, buddy. And,
all right, man. Good luck on the football thing, man.
Okay, thank you.
Yep.
There he is, Steve from Alabama. Now, the Ed, once again, your show tomorrow night, 10 o'clock. Zach Rosenfield from Mackey Square will probably be there. And do you have anything else planned for the show?
Yeah, we got a lot of stuff going on.
Okay. All right, fair enough.
A lot of monkey nut stuff.
Yeah, monkey nut stuff. It's always good. All right, Ed. Well, thanks for calling, buddy. Really appreciate it.
Well, what you guys got going on now?
We're very busy. I hear Jim Iovino wants to talk for the next 20 minutes straight.
We got lots of fun stuff to do now.
Yeah, that Jim Iovino, man, I like that guy. They said he gets all the hot girls, man.
Yeah.
Well, they lie a lot.
They said he was a good-looking one a long time ago. I remember somebody had told me that.
Yeah.
He got all the girls, man. I'm like,
Ed, when I come to Vegas, you and I will hit up.
That's hey, man. Show me a good time, man. Help me find some girls. I'm tired of paying, man. Tired of paying.
All right, Ed.
I told one girl said, "What's your name?" I said, "Ben Franklin." And she said, "Huh?" And I pulled out a wad of money. I said, "Come on, baby."
That's very good.
All right, man. Well, I'll let you go. It's getting late.
All right, the Ed. Thanks, buddy.
All right. Bye-bye.
There he goes, the Ed. Oh, what a guy. And we should mention that on the Phillies-Cubs game, I'm still watching it there, and in the dugout, Shane Victorino's sitting in there, and he's smelling his arm, and he's letting other people smell it.
Yeah. Not only is he smelling his arm, he's wringing his shirt out into his mouth, which I don't think is probably a good idea.
Not too good. Right. Now, Jim Iovino.
Yes.
You're going to talk now for 20 minutes straight. Go.
All right. Well, I mean, you guys going to respond, or are you just going to talk?
Is there anything you want to talk about? Because Brandon was thinking he might be able to call, and we were going to talk about Mad Men. Now, Jim, have you ever watched Mad Men?
I have not. And it was like some kind of like casting call down here in D.C. like last week or the week before to be on Mad Men or
hell, that'd been great.
Something like that. Yeah, I don't know exactly what it was. But like I had never heard of the show, so I had no idea what it was. And apparently it's like, it's like based in the 50s, the 40s,
early 60s.
Okay. So other than that, I know nothing about it. So.
Yeah, Larry, you haven't watched it either, right?
I just saw that one episode we watched at your house.
We watched an episode of my house?
Yeah, I think he banged some lady out in the hallway of the ad agency.
Oh no, I think he went he went into third base pretty hard, I think, right?
Yeah, maybe that was it.
Is that what happened? Yeah.
Maybe 2 fingers. Is that what we're talking about? Something like that.
Yeah, possibly. But yeah, so our pal Dave Damashek always talked about how great the show is, and I said, well, I'm sure it's good. And I watched a couple episodes a while back, and it was good, but I never followed up on it and kept watching it. But yeah, like I said, it's been on demand on Comcast, so the wife and I have been watching them all the time, and it is just great. It is. It's so well written and acted, but the writing is what really separates it from everything else. Just so good.
Like what do all these people do? They all just dress nice. That's all.
Yeah, basically. Basically they work at an advertising agency, and Sterling Cooper, and Don Draper is the main guy. He's in charge of the creative department, and he's like the main character there. And so it's their idea to come up with all these ad campaigns and whatnot. But it's just great. And there's a lot of foxy ladies on there, and Don Draper also has a secret past that it gets revealed. Now I haven't seen any of season 1, so I'm jumping in right in the middle of things. But it's so good. I'm a new fan. And season 3 premieres this Sunday night on AMC at 10 o'clock.
See, like, I don't know if we mentioned this before we went on the air or when we started off the show, but I just feel like I'm so far behind. I'm not going to know what's going on, and I hate that. I hate missing out on the little inside references and stuff on shows.
Don't worry about it. Just jump right in there and catch up on season 2 while you can.
Huh.
And then bang, just starting on season 3. So thank me later.
All right.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah. See, I was hoping Brandon would be here because we could talk about it, but you guys haven't seen it, so what the hell are you know?
Yeah, well, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't.
I thought Jim Iovino was talking for 20 straight minutes.
Well, that was first subject, and I didn't know anything about it. So we go to the next one. How about movies? Anybody seen movies?
Did you see G.I. Joe, Jim Iovino?
I have not yet. It's on my list.
Yeah, no, I haven't seen either. Larry, what kind of reviews is it getting?
Bad.
Oh,
Not
really?
Good.
Well, what's it at Rotten Tomatoes?
Let me look. I think they're calling it like cheesy and campy and that sort of thing. It's at that's G-Force, a 40%.
That's not good at all. What did G-Force get?
25.
Huh.
What's G-Force? Is that hamster movie?
Yeah, it's yeah. My nephews went to go see it. They were very excited.
Huh. This District 9 though, this seems to be the big movie everybody's talking about right now.
Yeah, some wacky previews for that one.
Yeah, it's at a 97 right now on the Rotten Tomatoes, and I think Peter Jackson has something to do with it. It kind of looks like Independence Day, but with no budget.
Right. Well, if Peter Jackson's doing it, there's got to be some kind of budget.
I don't think he directed it. I'm not sure. Maybe he did. I know he has something to do with it. I'm trying to see. No, he didn't direct it. He's somehow affiliated with the film, but it does look kind of good, though. I would definitely see it. I wouldn't go, though. I definitely wouldn't go. But it's got 29 reviews, and only one's bad.
Huh.
Yeah.
So I did see a movie last week. Well, on the Netflix. I saw it.
There we go.
New movie. But remember it was last year before, The Miracle at St. Anna?
Is that Spike Lee war movie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so it's about some of the Buffalo soldiers in World War II, and they go into Italy and come across this little kid, and they drag him around with them everywhere, and they're hiding from the Germans and everything. And there's this little head of a statue that they found, and it's supposed to bring one guy good luck. And in the end, at the end of it, they flash forward to now, and one of the guys shoots somebody in a bank, and this whole backstory to it, and in the end, I'm just really confused.
Huh, very good.
Yeah, I gave it 2. I really didn't understand it. I don't know what was going
2
on.
out of 10?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Was this movie a Spike Lee joint?
I don't believe the word joint was used.
Wow.
In that.
Huh.
So that's probably why it's only a 2.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was like, it just started off rough, and in the middle it got a little bit better, and then the ending was just, it was really bad. And it kind of left you like going, what did I just watch? I have no idea.
Wow.
So, no.
It's a rousing review.
And I didn't even give it a half, just a 2. No.
Wow,
yeah, Jim likes to give things halves. Larry, have you seen anything?
Not really. I saw The Unborn, but did we talk about that on the show last week?
I think so.
Yeah, that was. I'd give that a 2, only because that chick's kind of hot in it. Other than that, it's gay. Very gay. So gay they should have called it Richard Simmons.
Yeah, I haven't seen any new movies or old movies. Just Mad Men. That's all I've been watching.
I can't believe it. I've been watching Top Chef.
Huh.
Yeah. I'm taping 2 episodes right now. I'm trying to catch up. They got Top Chef Masters. That's the new season. I guess there's another season starting up within like the next week or 2, with all the unknowns and what have you. But they got a bunch of real chefs together now, and they're trying to see like who the best chef is. And it's a pretty good show. I like the Top Chef.
So basically,
Jim
it's just
Iovino?
Iron Chef. That's all it is. Iron Chef.
Sort of. But they got little. It's sort of like that. But yeah, I guess.
Iron Chef. The original is so much better. So.
Yeah, the Japanese version's great.
Yeah.
I've seen that.
Yeah. So right now on HBO, Hard Knocks with the Cincinnati Bengals is on.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I haven't seen it yet. It's on right now. So right now, first episode, the team prepares for Friday's preseason opener in New Orleans. There's got to be some good stuff in that.
Yeah, Ocho Cinco. Come on.
Yeah.
Where'd Hushmanzada go?
Seattle.
Oh, that's a career killer. Good luck with all that. I'd rather have stayed in Cincinnati.
I don't know.
At least you got Carson Palmer there. I mean, what do you got in Seattle? Hasselbeck? Seneca Wallace? Doesn't he play for them?
Yeah.
Yeah, good luck. Good luck, buddy.
In the ugliest uniforms in professional sports.
Neon green. It doesn't get any better than that.
Worse than the Vancouver Canucks?
I would say so, yeah.
Wow. That is some really, you really despise those uniforms in there, Mike Dell.
Oh, just dreadful. Just dreadful.
Huh.
Maybe if they wrote the word Seattle on the front of it.
Yeah.
It'd be a lot better.
That could be.
And so I got one other topic. I don't know if you guys want to discuss. Maybe you did it last week. I don't know. Theo Fleury.
Yeah, your buddy Theo. He's thinking of making a comeback. Sounds kind of sad, though, Jim.
Yeah, I don't know. Is there something we should do for him? Should we call him up? You know, we helped Matthew Barnaby last year get a gig. Should we do the same thing for Theo this year? Maybe get him a tryout?
Theo was kind enough to come on our show last year, and it was one of the highlights of our fake radio career. And but yeah, it sounds like he's hit hard times.
Yeah, need some money. I checked out the Concrete Business website, and it's still up. It sounds like they're still in business, but I heard otherwise. So
yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, you know, but I'm kind of on hard times as well, though. I need money. So
yeah, me too.
That'd be maybe Theo could do something for me.
Maybe you guys should just employ each other, and then you both have jobs.
Huh.
Yeah, what about that, Mike Dell?
Or if anyone in the vast listening audience would like to give us jobs.
Yeah.
Please.
What are you good at?
Not much.
Yeah.
Yeah, not much. Yeah. Huh.
I think I could be like the general manager of a sports team, maybe.
Or... Yeah. Like a movie
how about
watcher.
The play-by-play guy?
No, not really.
All right. Hey, Mike Dow, did you listen to the Ed Show last week?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you hear my startling confession?
Yeah, that you fell asleep during our Space Monkey interview last week.
Dude, I was out the whole second hour.
Now, not because of the quality of the guest or the conversation, but because you were just tired.
Yes, very tired. Nick came out and woke me up around, I don't know what time it was, and she's like, she's whispering, are you off the air? And then I could hear people talking, and I was like, no. She's like, well, you better get up, and I was like, all right, I'm up, and then maybe...
Yeah, here's the thing, because we had last week, Jim, you missed it, we had Roger Marsh, who writes the UFO column for Examiner.com, and he's also the communications director for MUFON, the Mutual UFO Network. He's a great guy, a lot of great stories about UFOs and space monkeys. So we started talking, and we talked for a good 50 minutes straight. And a couple of times in the interview, I was like, I should probably involve Larry, because beforehand, Larry's like, yeah, I'll chime in, I'll ask some questions, I want to know about space monkeys. But Roger and I just started talking, and I was like, well, I better throw it to Larry. And then something in the back of my head said, no, don't do it.
Yeah, well, that was wise, very wise.
Yeah.
It's always best not to involve Larry into the show.
Yeah. I'm just glad you woke up at the end there, because about 10:55, I let Roger go, and I was like, hey, Larry, what'd you think? And you're like, oh, that was great, a lot of good information.
That's about, I think that was the third time Nick came out, was maybe 45 seconds before that. So you better get up. And that's when you said, Larry, you still there? And I was, yes. Yeah, very informative.
All right. So that's pretty bold of you to make that confession, though, Larry.
Yeah, I'm not scared.
Yeah.
I'll be honest with you, Jim. I was off last week and I moved, and then last Wednesday I had a golf outing, and so I went golfing early. We had to be at the course by 8. We started at 8, and then I was at the bar by 1:30. And then I drank all day, and then I came home, and I continued that, and then we had the show, and then, all of a sudden I was out.
Mm-hmm. So while we're on this subject, I'll also admit that probably about a month and a half ago, during one of the Space Monkey type segments, I also fell asleep. You may or may not be able to hear me snoring in the background of the episode. So.
Well, we always test Jim. We like, hey Jim, and then you're not there, so we figured you fell asleep or something.
Yeah.
But I've only done it actually once. I've only actually fallen asleep once. So.
But you have roamed away from the computer before.
Yeah,
the phone.
Usually for breaking news type stuff at work. So.
Well, since we don't have anything else to talk about, you want to just get into conspiracy?
Fall asleep. Oh.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Yeah. Is there any other topics anyone wants to talk about?
Nope.
Let me look at my list.
I got nothing.
All right, we talked about that. We didn't talk Arrested Development, but we don't have time. No Brandon, so I'll hit the music.
Sweet.
You want answers? I think I'm entitled. You want answers? I want the truth! You can't handle the truth!
I don't want you to protest. I don't want you to riot. I don't want you to write to your congressman because I wouldn't know what to tell you to write. I don't know what to do about the depression and the inflation and the Russians and the crying in the streets. All I know is that first, you've got to get mad. You've got to say, I'm a human being. God damn it! My life has value! I want all of you to get up out of your chairs. I want you to get up right now and go to the window, open it, and stick your head out and yell, I'm as mad as hell, and I'm not going to take this anymore!
Yeah, time for some conspiracy chat. Yeah,
Before we start, Mike Dell, I just want to say that I'm a human being, goddammit. I just want to get that out there so everybody knows.
All right, very well. Now, a couple weeks ago we did the JFK assassination.
Yes.
And it was a banner night. But we ran out of time before we covered everything. So there's a few other things I just want to mention real quick. Now, Abraham Zapruder and the Zapruder film. Jim Iovino, you know about the Zapruder film, right?
Right. Yeah, good
film that shows the assassination. But what do you know about Abraham Zapruder, Jim Iovino?
I don't know a whole lot about him. No.
Yeah, really no one does. That seems to be the thing. They just say, oh, Abraham Zapruder, he took the film. But Did you know he was a 32-degree Mason?
A what?
Yeah, Mason. 32-degree Mason. Keep an eye on those Masons.
I know Masons, but what's the 32 mean? What's that?
Well, they have degrees of, up the ladder. The higher, the better,
I got a question.
Go ahead, Larry.
I don't know what a Mason is.
Yeah, we'll get into that. Maybe some other day we'll talk about secret societies and all that kind of stuff. But
all right.
The Masons are basically a secret society. Now, not everybody involved in the Masons are shady people. Some of them are just normal, average people. But
you're not talking about bricklayers.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good enough.
But that's where it starts from. All right, but so Abraham Zapruder was a Mason. He also belonged to the Dallas Council on World Affairs and the Crusade for a Free Europe.
Ooh.
Now, that sounds, a lot of people probably don't know what those are, but those were CIA-backed organizations back there in the early 60s in Dallas. And, you're saying, he's probably just an average dude, though. Who else is on this board? Other members of the boards included oilman Clint Murchison. Now, do you know who he is, Larry?
No.
He used to own the Dallas Cowboys.
Really?
Clint Murchison. Yeah. Big oil guy. Also, H.L. Hunt, another big oil dude. He was on the same board. George de Mohrenschildt, who was a CIA contract agent, and oddly enough, the best friend of Lee Harvey Oswald.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah, that's a little weird, right?
Yeah.
Sarah Hughes was also a member of these boards. She was a U.S. lawyer and a federal judge who swore in LBJ on Air Force One following the assassination. Oil tycoon Colonel D. Harold Boyd. And what else did he own, Larry? Any idea what Colonel D. Harold Boyd also owned?
Halliburton.
Boyd Bears.
He owned the Texas School Book Depository.
Oh, jeez.
That's a little weird, right?
I see connections.
And also a guy you may have heard of, George Herbert Walker Bush, was also a member of these boards. So that's who Abraham Zapruder is rolling around with there, is these kind of guys. That's kind of weird, right?
Yeah, these are kind of uppity types for a regular guy who just happens to want to just watch a parade.
Yeah, now Zapruder's day job was he worked as a fashion designer for the Mardi of Dallas, and he worked side by side with a lady named Jean Legon, Legon, who just happened to be married to Oswald's buddy George de Mohrenschildt.
Huh.
Again, weird coincidence.
Yeah, I'll say.
Yeah. And Zapruder had an office in the Dow Tex building across the street from the School Book Depository. And as we learned the last time we talked about this, Larry, there was a team of shooters in the Dow Tex building.
Right.
And Charles Nicoletti was probably the guy that pulled the trigger and shot Kennedy in the back of the head from the Dow Tex building, third floor of the Dow Tex building. And Zapruder just happened to have an office in that building. It's a little weird again. Yeah. And so it makes you think, well, how did Zapruder know to stand where he stood and to film the things he filmed? And you should also know that when he gave his film to Time Life, and Time Life at the time was owned by Henry Luce, who just happened to be a skull and bonesman from 1920 and a good pal of Prescott Bush.
Another Bush.
Yeah, who would be George Herbert Walker, his dad, and Prescott Bush was a thief and weasel, and he was actually a Nazi. And what people don't understand is that's how the Bush family got their money, from dealing with the Nazis. He ran the Union Banking Corporation. Look that up. Google that sometime, and you can learn all about the Bush family, how they got their money.
Here's a question I have then. Why would he even film this?
Yeah, see, that's the thing. Why would he film the assassination if he was in on it? And they say, some people say, well, they wanted to keep a record of it to just because that's what they like to do, is to see that their enemy was destroyed there, and they wanted to keep a little keepsake of it. That's one theory. The other one say, well, it can prove the assassination was what they said it was. I don't know, but if they're filming it, and there's also evidence that it was doctored and manipulated, well, why did they leave in the back and to the left, But, you think if you're going to edit it up, why leave in the obvious head movement back and to the left? Of course, why take it out when no one seems to care about it anyway? I mean, the visual proof's right there that he wasn't shot in the back of the head, but people still, no one cares. So that's odd. But there's a guy named James Fetzer, I believe, and Jack White, oddly enough. A guy named Jack White. Not the Jack White, a Jack White.
Oh,
and they contend that this Zapruder film was doctored, and that it's actually just a composite of a bunch of stuff and is edited up like a cartoon. And it is kind of weird when you watch, and they do make some good points. And once again, this is one of those things that people just argue about. Depending on who you listen to, you're going to find one thing to believe or not. But I found it interesting to at least hear the argument, because no one can dispute that there is at least one splice in the film at the beginning. Zapruder's filming the police coming down Elm Street, and then there's a clear splice, and then the limo just appears. Now, he says he just stopped recording and then started again. But that really, you want to get that effect from that camera that he used there. There would be a focus issue when it resumed filming, and there is none. It's like a clean splice. But it makes no sense. Why would they even show that earlier part then? Why wouldn't they just begin the film with the limo there if they edited it up, you know? So I really don't understand. But one theory is that they had that splice there because that's when the first shots were taken, when they were coming around the corner, and they didn't want to show the first shots. But this Jack White character, he analyzed the film, and he says that everything in the background's been it's been grown like 130%. It's all resized and repositioned. So, and if you watch stuff in the background, there's a lot of funny stuff going on in that film. Like there's one part where the little kid's standing behind his dad, and then like in the next frame, he's out front clapping, and like there's jumps. You can almost see like where there's edits in the film. So there's some suspicious stuff going on in the film, especially with the shadows and stuff. So it's just something to consider. I never really heard about it until I started looking into it. But yeah, just know that the Zapruder film isn't all you think it is. And keep in mind, it wasn't even shown to the public at all until the Clay Shaw trial in 1969. And that's James Garrison there, JFK, Larry, the old Oliver Stone movie.
Yeah, Clay Bertrand.
Yeah, so he had to, petition the Supreme Court to get the Zapruder film admitted into the court trial there. And it wasn't shown on public TV until 1975. So there was definitely time for all sorts of alterations to be made. Now, there are other films. We all just know.
Let me just kind of say, like, in the film's defense, this is film back in those days. It's not like it's being recorded on, like, a DVD Pro tape or anything like that. So it is possible
I know, but
there are jumps in the film.
These guys are aware of that, Jim. But they break it down frame by frame, and they it's interesting. It's worth reading up on. But there were other films shot that day. A guy named Orville Nix got a film, and I think there's one or two more. And now, once again, depending on who you listen to, some people say they all corroborate each other, and then some say no, there are clear differences in the films. So I don't know. But it's another avenue to explore if you're interested in the JFK assassination, whether or not this Zapruder film can even be believed at all.
I'm watching it right now.
Yeah, because the first thing you notice about this Zapruder film is when you see the headshot is the front of his head just explodes out. There's like this big fake-looking like blob on his face.
Yeah.
And it looks very fake. And you know what else makes it look fake is the autopsy photos, because they don't match that wound. So something's either wrong. Either the film's wrong or the autopsy. You don't even want to know what happened to Kennedy's body after they got to the hospital. Basically, the CIA came in and took the body, and the guy who, the mortician there who put it in the casket to be shipped out, he says he put it in one kind of casket, and then when it arrived off the plane in D.C., it was in a different kind of casket. So, yeah, there's a lot of evidence that the body was switched and manipulated, and that surgery was performed on the head en route to doctor up some of the wounds. And so, yeah, it's really shady business. Just look, once again, just look into it. It's shocking, the stuff you'll find. But another thing I want to talk about, have you ever heard of the Three Tramps, Larry? The Three Tramps?
The hobos?
Yeah. Was that in the JFK movie?
Yeah. And they talked about how these guys were supposed to be bums, but they all had, like, new clothes, and, they didn't really look like transients.
Yeah, but it was behind the railroad tracks, behind the grassy knoll, the fence there. They found three guys holed up in a railroad car, and they just the cops arrested them, and they just became known as the Three Tramps. And over the years, lots of people have had all kind of theories about who those guys were, their identities, and it's ranged throughout the years. One of the predominant theories nowadays is that the three guys were actually guys named Charles Rogers, Chauncey Holt, and Charles Harrelson. And that Charles Harrison would be Woody Harrelson's dad
Really?
Yeah, because Woody Harrelson's dad was a contract killer for the, I don't know, for the mob or the CIA, but, and he was actually in jail. I don't know if he's still alive, but he was in jail for killing a judge. And when he was in jail, he admitted that, yeah, he said that was him, that he was there. But there's still disputes over who exactly the three tramps were, but it's pretty clear that they weren't tramps. And even the photos of the day of them being arrested, the police are walking them to the jail cell there, but they're not in handcuffs. They're not even standing next to them. There's a great distance between them, and the tramps are like smiling. And they weren't even fingerprinted or photographed. They were basically led in the front door and just let out the back door. So something was going on, you know, who those guys were. One theory is that they were a team, either they were a shooting team that didn't shoot, like they were a backup team, or they were there with working, you know, helping guys out, helping out the shooters. I don't know. But that's another interesting aspect of the conspiracy. And one final thing I want to talk about. Either of you guys ever heard of the Umbrella Man or the Dark-Complected Man?
Yeah.
The shadowy guy behind the fence, is that what you're referring to?
No, that they call that guy Badge Man a lot. Cause,
okay.
Whether or not he ever existed, that's up for debate as well. But if you watch the Zapruder film, and if you look at the bottom of the film there, right when they come out from, there's a sign that blocks the view, and then if you look at the bottom of the screen there, right when they get past the sign, you can see a guy holding an umbrella. And it is a bright sunny day, not a cloud in the sky. And this guy has an umbrella. Yeah, you see him there?
Yeah.
You can just barely make out the top of the umbrella. And this guy's standing there with an umbrella. It's opened, and he raises it up and then lowers it. You can't really see that on the film. But, yeah, so he raises it up and lowers it, and people are like, what is that about? And standing next to him is just a guy that they call the Dark-Complected Man. And if you, and this guy raises his right arm, waves, and makes a fist right as the limo's going by. So people say, and after the shootings, while everyone else was running to the grassy knoll, because once again, everybody in Dealey Plaza heard shots coming from the grassy knoll, so that's why they all ran there. The Umbrella Man and the Dark-Complected Man sat down next to each other on the curb, and they just sat there and waited. And the Dark-Complected Man pulled out a radio from his back pocket, and he's talking to someone there. Then they stand up, and they walk away in opposite directions. And there's, once again, photos of the Dark-Complected Man putting the radio back into his pocket and in his back of his pants there. And once again, there are photos of these guys. And just do a search for Umbrella Man, JFK assassination, Dark-Complected Man, whatever, and you'll find the photos. If you need proof of something going on there, I don't know what more it is than just seeing these dudes and how they behaved that day. Something was up, you know?
Something was definitely up. I'm watching all this now. I never noticed, like, the umbrella guy, or now I see the guy with the right hand up in the air and the fist.
Yeah, and one theory is that they were spotters for the shooters. Someone else suggested that they were signaling the driver. And once again, that's another, I don't even know if we talked about that in the first time, but the Secret Service and how they acted that day was shameful. The driver, if you once again watch the Zapruder film, I'm blanking on the driver's name. I think Greer was his name. Watch what happens when Kennedy gets shot. He slows down the limousine. He slows it down, almost brings it to a complete stop, and he just stares behind him. He looks over his shoulder, and he's just staring at Kennedy. And then the minute his head gets, explodes with that headshot, then he steps on the gas and floors it, and they take off. Now, that's obviously not proper, conduct for a driver in a presidential limousine when the shots are being fired to stop the limo. And eyewitnesses on the day said it came to a complete stop. But in the Zapruder film, it kind of just slows and then goes. So that's another reason why they think there are places in the film maybe to hide the fact that it did stop. And a lot of the actions in the limo, Connolly and his wife and even Jackie, their movements are real jerky and almost like frames are missing. But, yeah, watch the limo driver because he's the key. Now, a lot of people are saying there's one bogus conspiracy theory out there that the limo driver had a gun and he shot Kennedy. No, that's not true at all. But just watch how he behaves, and that's really all the proof you need. And the guy in the passenger seat is a guy named Kellerman, I believe, and he's also Secret Service. And he doesn't do anything. He just stands there and stares straight ahead. And why does he stare straight ahead? Because he knows the shot's coming from the front and he doesn't want to get hit. I mean, it's his job to jump on the president there and cover him up, but neither one of them did anything. And also, there's another great video on YouTube. Google JFK Secret Service stand down, and you'll come to a little video when they're getting out of the airport there. You can see in the back of the limo there are little bars and platforms where the Secret Service agents are supposed to stand. But as the guys are getting in position to do that, a guy named Emory Roberts, who was leading the Secret Service detail there, stands up in the trail car and waves the agents off. And he tells them to get away from the car. And the agents turn around and look at him. They throw their hands up in the air, and they're very upset. And they're like, what are you doing? You know, we're supposed to be here. And he waves them back, and so the limo proceeds without the Secret Service agents on the back of the car. Now, why couldn't they be on the back? Because, you know, they knew Kennedy was going to get shot. And they didn't want them getting in the line of fire and blocking the shots. There's also supposed to be police motorcycles on the sides of the limo, and they called them back, too. So they just let them into the slaughter there, you know.
This is, this is weird stuff, Mike Dell.
Yeah.
Very weird stuff.
Yeah, it's crazy. So now, Jim Iovino, do you know anything about Robert Kennedy's assassination?
Well, he was just getting done with a speech, if I remember correctly.
Well, he just ended his speech. He had just won the California primary.
Yeah, and he goes down off the stage, and someone comes up. Or wait, no, he just turns around, and then someone shoots him there on the stage.
Not quite. But, he was giving a victory speech because he won the Democratic primary. And this was in the early hours of June 5th. Primary is on June 4th. He beat Eugene McCarthy. And it looked like he was going to be the Democratic nominee for president. And McCarthy still had the electoral or the delegate lead. But the way things worked back then, it was a little different. And it looked like Kennedy, that he won California, he was going to win the nomination, and he was going to be the Democratic nominee for president. So he was giving his victory speech there on early hours of June 5th at the Embassy Ballroom at the Ambassador Hotel in Los Angeles. He just concluded. He walked off stage, and someone told him to take a shortcut through the kitchen. Like the route he was supposed to leave from the stage was not through the kitchen. There's still a debate over who it was that directed him back through the kitchen, but the route was changed. He went back through this crowded hallway back towards the kitchen, and a guy named Sirhan Sirhan, a 24-year-old Palestinian-American, walked up to him and fired 8 shots at Robert Kennedy and killed him. And that's the story. But is that true, Larry?
I always thought that was true, but you told me otherwise, so I believe you, Mike, though.
Yeah, that's not what happened at all. Kennedy was shot, like the official story, that's the official story. Sirhan came out, shot him, and Sirhan's gun held 8 shots. And they say he emptied all 8 shots. 3 hit Kennedy, and 5 bystanders were also wounded. So all 8 bullets were counted, and no person was hit by the same bullet. So that's at least 8 bullets right there. But Kennedy also had a shot go through the shoulder of his suit coat harmlessly, and just pass through harmlessly there. And for the official story to work, they say, well, that bullet probably ricocheted off the ceiling and came back and hit somebody. Yeah, okay. That makes a lot of sense. But so even if you buy that, there's a few problems with the story. One is every eyewitness at the scene says that Sirhan came from the front of Robert Kennedy, and he got nowhere closer than 1.5 to 3 feet. That was as close as he ever got to him. And when he pulled the trigger to shoot him. And the problem is Kennedy's wounds were in his back. He had 2 shots in the ribs, in the back side of the ribs there, and one in the kill shot was behind his right ear. And there were powder burns behind his right ear, indicating the barrel was no more than an inch away when it was fired. You know. So Sirhan could not have shot him. Now, a lot of people say, well, Kennedy was turning to his right to shake someone's hand, and that's when, but it still would have shot him from the side, not from behind. He wouldn't have got him behind the ear. And once again, every eyewitness there testified and said, no, Sirhan never got close enough to shoot him. But the government just came in and said, no, you got the story wrong. You don't remember it right, you know, and it's just shameful. There are also, the other problem is there were photographs that showed bullet holes in the door jamb behind Kennedy, and also ceiling tiles had bullet holes in them. And, of course, the LAPD came in and they removed the door frame and the ceiling tiles, and that evidence was destroyed. And so that would have been more than 8 bullets to prove that there were 2 shooters. But the big thing that proves something fishy was going on is there was an independent journalist named Stanislav Brzezinski who accidentally recorded the shooting. And there's actually video of this, too. where you can see Stanislav goes up there to the podium to retrieve his tape recorder. He picks it up, and he forgets to turn it off because he just wants to get off stage and follow Kennedy there. So he walks down in the hall, and here his recorder's still on, and he records the shooting. And you can hear this tape on YouTube or whatever. And when I listen to it, I can pretty much hear more than 8 shots. But just with my, just listening to it. But acoustic forensic experts Martin Van Praag and Robert Joling, they bust out the modern equipment, and they can break down audio now, kind of like we do every week with the Audacity, right, Larry?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that too.
Yeah, when we do the Around Blog Talk. And they analyzed the audio tape, and they found that there were 13 shots fired. Yeah. And once again, Sirhan's gun only holds 8 shots. So that's a problem. And they find that also when they analyze the frequencies and whatnot, that 8 came from one gun and 5 came from another. And that also supports early forensic evidence of the scene of the crime, actually, that there was talk that there was different bullets coming from different people out of the victims. So that's your proof right there that something happened, that there's a conspiracy afoot. So if Sirhan didn't shoot him, Larry, who did?
George Herbert Walker?
No.
Okay.
But this would be one of the few times in our history that Bush wasn't involved. And he probably was involved because the CIA is responsible for killing Robert Kennedy as well. And Herbert Walker was involved in the CIA back then. But, probably by all accounts it was a guy named Thane Eugene Caesar.
No.
Now, he was Thane Eugene Caesar. Now, he was a 26-year-old part-time security guard for Ace Security. And he was there that night. He'd only worked a couple times for Ace Security. But his day job, oddly enough, was at Lockheed Martin in Burbank. Now, Lockheed Martin, they do a lot of stuff for the government, and the CIA operated, and they were developing the U-2 and spy planes and stuff at this facility. And he just happened to work there during the day. That's odd, right?
Yeah.
But on this night, he was Kennedy's bodyguard, and he was actually escorting Robert Kennedy off the stage. He was holding onto his right elbow there and just walking behind him, and he led him into the passageway where Sirhan was waiting. And in all the commotion, it's believed Eugene Caesar there, he took the gun out and just shot Kennedy. And he would have been in perfect position to do it. And the wounds to Kennedy's head and ribs were shot upwards, at an upwards trajectory, which is perfect position once again for Caesar standing there and pull his gun out and bang, shoot him up. So, and it was also, he also owned a .22 caliber H&R model 922 revolver, but he told the police that he sold the gun before the assassination, that he didn't have it with him that night because he had sold it. Well, he lied about that. He actually sold the gun 3 months after the assassination. And when people tracked down the gun to the guy who he had sold it to, and they went to retrieve it, oddly enough, the gun was stolen before they could, catch up to it. Now, I believe that just in recent years, the gun was found in a Louisiana swamp, and the FBI tried to run tests to see if they could prove that, it was involved with Kennedy's killing, and the tests were inconclusive.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, but Thane Eugene Caesar, I believe, is still alive and living in the Philippines. But yeah. So he's probably the guy that pulled the trigger, just because he was right there in the position. He owned the gun, Now, Sirhan, the big theory is that he was just a mind-controlled Manchurian candidate. Did you ever see that movie, Larry?
No, I never did.
Yeah, it's a beauty. 1962, Frank Sinatra and John Frankenheimer directed it there. And Frankenheimer was actually a good friend of Robert Kennedy, and Frankenheimer drove Kennedy to the Ambassador Hotel the night of his assassination. So that's odd. But Manchurian Candidate is basically about a guy who's hypnotized and mind-controlled and to assassinate, I believe, a congressman or a senator or something. But yeah, it's a good flick. And so the big theory is that Sirhan was just one of these Manchurian Candidate dudes who was hypnotized. Now, Jim Iovino, are you still with us?
Yeah.
Did you ever hear of something called MK Ultra?
MK Ultra?
Yeah, MK Ultra.
No, I don't think I've heard that one.
Well, that's a program the CIA ran in the 1950s and 60s where they did experiments on people where they tried to, hypnotize them and mind. They gave them LSD and stuff, and they basically it was brainwashing and mind control.
That's why I don't remember it.
Yeah, that's right. So one theory is that Sirhan was just one of these MK Ultra patients programmed to kill Robert Kennedy. And he had a journal there. They found a journal in his house where with all these weird writings and all kind of nonsensical stuff. But in his pages, he'd have RFK must die, RFK must die, all over and over. And there's also occult symbolism in there and stuff. So another theory is that some group of occultists got a hold of him and somehow programmed him. There's all kinds of things out there. But Sirhan, he still says he has no memory of shooting Kennedy. He can remember up to a certain point, but he still has no memory of the assassination. And another thing, people that night said that they saw a girl in a polka dot dress talking to Sirhan throughout the evening. She had a white dress, black polka dots. And afterwards, the same woman was seen running out of the ballroom saying, "We shot him, we shot him." And she was very happy.
Really?
Yeah. Now, when the witnesses reported this, the police called him in, and they leaned on him. And they kept interrogating him for 2 days until the one lady would recount her story. And she was a 21-year-old campaign, volunteer. And so she did just say, "All right, you're right, I had it wrong, I don't recall that." But then afterwards, she got out years later, she says, "No, they forced me to say that." And so just another interesting little tidbit about the assassination.
Wait, say it again. Who forced her to say that?
The LAPD. Because the LAPD corruption, it's fascinating, the amount of corruption in all the police and CIA and everything. But there were two old CIA dudes who were working with the LAPD running the investigation, and they just leaned on her and every witness there and told them, "No, you're remembering wrong. This isn't right." And yeah, so that's how they worked back then. But another part of the LAPD corruption, there was a teenage kid named Scott Einhart in the kitchen there. He I don't know, he was working for his little school newspaper or something, or he was just there, and he was a photographer, so he was taking pictures, and he happened to be in there when the assassination took place, and he took a roll of film there, at least 10 pictures of the assassination happening. And he was standing behind Kennedy and to the left, and right away the police confiscated his film, and they said, "Hey, that's evidence. We need that." So the little kid gave him the film there, and they sealed it as evidence for 20 years. And but in 1988, Scott Einhart, he said, "Hey, I want my film back." He hadn't forgotten about it, so they gave him his film. But there was a roll missing with 10 photos taken in the pantry were missing. That's odd, right? So he says, "Well, I still want my film back," and he was going to take him to court. And the LAPD said, "All right, we'll give it back." Because at first they said they lost it, and they're like, "All right, we'll give it back to you." But here, strangely enough, on the day they're supposed to return the film, it got stolen from the delivery car. That's weird, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the car was in the police parking lot there, and someone broke into it and stole the film. That's crazy. So Einhart still took him to court, and he won his case, and he won $450,000 from him, the LAPD. So, yeah.
Now, why Bobby Kennedy?
Why? Well, because they didn't want another Kennedy in the White House. And Kennedy, he said he was going to expose the CIA again in what they did to his brother, and he wanted us out of Vietnam War. He'd been at odds with LBJ over the Vietnam War. But basically, they didn't want a Kennedy in the White House. If you need proof that the Kennedys were rubbed out, just think of the three Kennedy brothers there. You had Jack, you had Bobby, and you had Teddy. Now, which two guys stood up for things? Jack and Bobby, and they're dead. And which guy's the drunken weasel who just goes along with anybody? And that's Teddy, and he's still alive. It's funny how
barely.
Yeah, but he's the guy who's allowed to live because he played the game, But Bobby and Jack stood up and actually went against things, and they're rubbed out. But it's all because they wanted to keep their guys in power, LBJ and then Nixon, and there's a big chain of command. They wanted to, because if they don't kill Jack and Bobby, that's 16 years of Kennedys in the White House probably, and then they just couldn't have it, so they just rubbed them out.
Huh.
Yeah.
That's good stuff, Mike, though.
Yeah, yes, but the key point is Sirhan's gun held 8 shots. There's audio proof that more than 8 shots were taken. There's even physical proof of bullet holes in the door and the ceiling and the victims that more than 8 shots were taken. it's just nonsense to argue that it's not a conspiracy. There were 2 shooters, you know.
Huh. Just like JFK, at least.
Yes, at least.
Mm-hmm.
Some people say Sirhan couldn't even have shot all 8 out of his gun, or maybe he was firing blanks. Because George Plimpton and Rosie Greer, we were talking about the fearsome foursome earlier, Rosie Greer, the old L.A. Rams defensive lineman, he was working security detail for Kennedy, and they say that they grabbed Sirhan before he could have fired all 8 shots. So who knows if there was even another shooter there. But the important thing is more than one shooter was there. And, yeah.
You're telling me Rosie Greer was working security?
Yeah.
Yeah.
For Bobby Kennedy. George Plimpton, the writer there, he was there too. Not as security, but he was just palling around. And, yeah.
George Plimpton.
And they were one of the first 2 guys to grab Sirhan and get the gun off him.
Wow.
Yep.
That's good stuff, Mike Dow. You really dig deep into these.
Well, that's nothing. It's, it's very complicated, but if it interests you, please investigate and research it on your own.
Huh. Well, we're at a show.
Yeah.
Well, we got to start this stuff earlier.
Yeah, I tried to save it for the 10:30 segment because I don't want to scare the people with the conspiracy, but it tends to go quickly.
Yes.
Yeah.
I like it. Like, I'm all YouTubing while you're talking, so I can, I can see what you're talking about, and hopefully when people listen, if you're listening on your computer, YouTube, what Mike Dell's telling you, and then you can kind of follow along, and it makes it more interesting.
Yeah, learn on your own. That's the point.
Yeah, and you won't fall asleep, like.
Yes. Yeah, I made it through the show tonight.
But yeah, so we're out of time. So thanks Jim Iovino for sitting in. Thanks to Ed.
Yeah.
Thanks Steve from Alabama. Thanks to Ryan for calling, and thank you, Larry.
And thank you, Mike Dell. And maybe Wyszynski next Wednesday. We'll see. Maybe he's still on vacation. And then 2 weeks is the big fantasy football show. We'll be picking the draft order for the Dave's League, and we'll be telling you who to take so that I can win. And so that'll be 2 weeks from tonight. And I guess that's it. We'll be back next Wednesday. Go to lcshockey.com and buy Honest John Churchfield. And I guess that's it. Anything else you want to add there, Jim Iovino?
No, you said it all.
All right, hey-yo. All right, next Wednesday, we'll be back. Till then, pass the gin, governor.
I hope you guys have a great day, and if you have any questions, please email service@blogtalkradio.com. Specifically, if you have questions for me, email Nikki Star, 2 R's, at blogtalkradio.com. Talk to you later, Travis.
Bye.
I love you. Mwah. Hope you guys...
Thank you very much.